Hello everyone. Today we will be talking about the enrollment of Android and Android for work devices in Intune. There are a lot of things which needs to be taken in consideration before we proceed on that. So the first thing which we need to check is Intune portal and if the device enrollment is enabled for Android devices or Android for work devices for that matter. We will go through all this in the entire video today, and also I will try to make sure. In fact, I will check if there is any possibility that I can show you the configuration policies for Android devices and also the effect of the configuration policies on the Android devices. For that, I have taken a remote session on my Android device right now, as you can see in front of me. So let's start. To start with, let's go to the Intune portal here, okay? And the first thing which we need to check if the Android and Android for Work platform is enabled for the enrollment. So the first thing which we will be checking is Android device enrollment, if it is enabled or not. To confirm it, we just need to go to the device enrollment under Intune Blade. In here, what we can see is Android or enrollment restrictions. Under enrollment restrictions, you can select that how many devices can be enrolled by one user or one UPN. Also, you can also confirm that which platforms are enabled or allowed to be enrolled in Intune. To check the platforms available, just go to the default section in here, device type restrictions. I am highlighting it. Over there, you just need to go to this section and then go to properties. Under properties, you can find the device platform. So this is a default setting which is provided by Intune by default without making any changes. You can click select platform. Over here, you can see that Android is allowed by default. iOS, Mac, and Windows MDM is allowed by default. The only thing which is not allowed is Android for work profile because these two work separately. If you enable Android for work devices for all the users, so if someone wants to enroll the device as Android, that won't be possible. Just to make sure that this does not happen, this section is not allowed or it's blocked. Once you have confirmed that Android device is allowed, you click OK, and then obviously we did not make any change, so there is nothing to save. The next thing which we need to check if there is any compliance policy assigned to the Android devices or to the users. To check that, go to device compliance. In here, you check go to policies, and as you can see that I have created one policy for Android, and this is Android compliance policy. Let's check what is in it. In this section, in this policy, go to properties, and we have settings, location, action for non-compliance, scope. For compliance policy, more details, you can check my another video. I have provided a link in description. You can go through that. Under settings, you can find that what are the security or compliance settings which we have created. As you can see, there are two of 12 setting configured. That means I have configured couple of security settings for Android devices for the device to be marked as compliant. The first thing is required a password to unlock the mobile devices. This is required. So if my phone or if my Android device does not have a password or a PIN, this device will not be marked as compliant. Second is required password type, all at least numeric. So the numeric password should be there. Password expiration days, one. Well, let's not configure it because we are not going for password expiration. Minimum minutes of inactivity before your password is required, not configured. So that's it. The only setting which is configured is require the password to be there. That's it. We just save the setting and get back to the Intune portal. The next thing which I was talking about is device configuration. Under device configuration, all the Android settings, if we check, let's say I'll name it as test and platform. If I select Android, the profile type is device restriction. Most of the settings are for Knox devices. However, if you expand this, you will get to know. You click general, as you can see, it's most of the settings are for Samsung Knox devices, and my device is not a Knox device, so I won't be able to configure any of it. But I'll try to arrange a device which is Samsung Knox capable, and then we can continue with that with the configuration profile. Now, let's get back to the device, all right? So currently I have taken a remote session on my Android phone, and let's see what do we have here. So I have powered on company portal. I have opened company portal on the device. So the next thing which we want is click sign in, and once you sign in, you would be getting the prompt to enter the UPN which has the license assigned. Make sure that in order to enroll your device needs to have a Microsoft Intune account. Okay, or Microsoft Intune license to be precise. Okay, so I am entering the UPN on Microsoft. All right, so here it is. Now I will need to enter the password. For that, I am just ending the sharing, and let me just enter the password real quick, and let's see if I remember the password. It's been a long time. All right, I think I remember it. If I do, perfect. I think I do. Okay, so now it's checking for security details. As you can see, A2O consultation access setup, get your device managed. If I want to get my device managed, you can do that. And if you want to learn more about device setup, it will open a link this section. So let's not do that. And I'll continue. You can also postpone the enrollment. Okay, once you postpone the enrollment, this will not proceed further. Now, once you're there, you just need to see that what are the things can be managed. A2O consultation can never see call and web history, location, email and text messages, contacts, passwords, calendar, camera roll. So these are the things which are your personal. So even if you enroll your device with Microsoft Intune, these particular seven settings or seven things cannot be checked by the organization. So you can be assured about your privacy and security. What it can check, what Intune can find or can check is model number, serial number, operating system which your Android device is running, application name, owner, device name, manufacturer, phone number for corporate devices. As it's my personal device, so nothing to worry about that section as well. Once you are sure about it, click continue or tap continue to be honest. What's next? Allow permission to make manage phone calls. Your Android device needs this permission to report your device's serial number and a cellular antenna ID. A2O consultation and the company portal app cannot make phone calls with this information. That means this is also towards your privacy. Your privacy is intact. It's not being compromised or anything as such. Activate Android device admin. Android device admin allows A2O consultation to apply required setting to your device. Yes, this is important. Uh, what happens in the backend if the policies are being sent from the Microsoft Intune server to or yeah to the device, there needs to be someone who can assign the policies to the device or who can make changes to the device, and that would be the admin account on the phone itself. So if you, I'm not sure if you know or not, but there is a root account or an admin account on the device which manages all the application and everything. Now, if you are sure about it, click or tap next. In this, you can see that it is setting up your device. Once it is set up, it will show you what all can be done from company portal. Erase the all phone data without warning by performing a factory data reset. Change a screen lock. This can be done. Set password rules. Monitor screen unlock attempts. Lock the screen, and so on and so forth. So these are the things or settings which can be done by your admin. So I want all these things to be managed by my organization because it is required for the security of the data. I'll activate this device administrator. As you can see, setting up your device, registering, adding your device to company portal right now. Yeah, I mean, this is something which will be or which will happen on its own. So if you want to continue with a call or anything for that matter, you can continue. However, let's wait for this to get completed, and in the meanwhile, um, yeah, I think that would set up quite quickly. Now you can see update device setting has still an exclamation mark. 8-way consultation might need you to set a passcode to encrypt your device. I'll check that later. Continue. Once you continue it, 8-way consultation needs you to adjust these settings to finish setting up your device. Tap continue to recheck these settings. Password does not meet complexity requirements. Why? Because my phone that does not have a pin enabled. It has a um, pattern, but not the pin. Password does not. Let's see. Your password needs to follow these rules. Add one or more numbers to your password. I do not have a password, so I'll go to settings and I think I will go to security. Maybe lock screen security. Under security, as you can see, I have fingerprints, I have pattern lock, but I do not have a pin. So I'll edit it. Make pattern. Nope, it's not the one. Set up sim lock, encrypt phone. Where it is? Where it is? So let's see. I'll go with the smart lock. Okay, so I think I will have to pause the meeting for or pause the display one more time. So right now what I'm doing, I am checking if I can create the password. Screen lock is pattern. All right, now here it is. So if you want, I can show you the device right now. So the screen lock which I need to choose is pin. So require pin to start device. No thanks. Pin must be at least 4 digits. That's the requirement, and it should be numeric for sure. Now I'm creating the pin 1234. Done. Continue. Confirm your pin 1234. Okay. Once I have set up the pin, let's check the compliance status on company portal. Okay, I'll continue. Confirming device setting. It will check if my device meets the compliance for the enrollment. That may take some time. Hmm. Yeah. In the meantime, let's see what is the status of the device on Intune portal. To check that, go to Intune and then check devices. Under devices, you will find all the devices which are enrolled with the Intune under all device section. So, all devices. Okay, Intune Android, this is not compliant yet. However, at the same time, you can check update device setting is checked and get your device managed is also checked. I'll click done. Perfect. So that's it. That's how it needs to be done. Let's get back to the portal. I will refresh it. Okay, let's see what is not make. Okay, if you check not, if you find that the compliance status is showing as not compliant, it's better to go to the device, check for the device compliance, and see what policy is not allowing the device to get compliant. You click on the policy, and then as you can see, require a password to unlock the mobile device is enabled. Required password type is compliant. So both of the settings are showing as compliant. Let's get back and go back to the overview and then sync once again. So sync is initiated. As you can see, last sync time is 12 past 1. Currently it's 16 past 1, so it's been 4 minutes since the last sync happened, and we just made changes to the pin. Sorry for the background noise. Can't do anything about it. Alright, so let's refresh it and see. Oh, right, bingo. As you can see, the device is showing as compliant. That's perfect. Now, the Android device enrollment is completed. The next thing which you might want to check is deploying application. I'll just give you an overview. There would be an entire section for the app deployment, but again, just to give you an overview, click apps. Under apps, go to add, then go to app is Android, app information. Let's say which application do I want? TeamViewer. Now let's say Google Play. What do we have? What applications do we have actually? Uh, apps. And under apps, we have WhatsApp, Facebook, Share It, Truecaller, TikTok, Hotstar, Instagram, Telegram. Hmm, what about I want to install um, anything? I mean, you can select anything, which is which application do I want? I actually don't want any application, to be honest, but we have to do some. Um, All right, so how about I want to deploy cam scanner on my device, okay? So I'll select cam scanner, and the next thing which I want is, okay, so it's cam scanner description. Well, you can select anything. Go to description. Publisher is, who is the publisher? This is the publisher. Perfect. Just copy it. Oh no, come on. Seriously. Okay, so you just copy it and then paste it in here. App Store URL, that's important. 2. Get the App Store URL, that's the URL which you want. Get back in here, enter the URL. Minimum operating system, if you want to select, it's fine because it has to be entered something. So minimum is I'll selecting Marshmallow. Category, if you want to select the category as in is it production, productive app, um, business app, development, design, I don't want it. Display this as a featured app in company portal. If you do that, this will show up. Okay, 2 3 4, check. So this will show in here under featured apps, all right, in this section. So let's get back. Do I want to? Yeah, that's fine, doesn't make it do any harm. Logo, you can select any logo customized. Click OK. Scope is where do you want it to be deployed, which devices. Add tag, enter the name of the tag. So it's not relevant unless you have a huge organization. Click add. Now as this application is added, it will ask how do I want to deploy it. I'll go to properties, app information is there, assignment, add group. So my, okay, there are three things available for enrolled devices, available without enrollment, and required. I want this application to be deployed on the device automatically without any user intervention. So no group selected. Let's select a group. Okay, if you do this, so there are two options as well. If you, either you select a group or you would deploy this application to all the users and devices. Make this app required for all users. Make this app required on all devices. I'll make sure all users. There's a difference between all users and all devices. If you select all users, this will be assigned for the users only. If you select all devices, even if you add a device using a different method, that can also be done. Once you do that, click OK. Exclusion not required. Save. Alright, client apps. To check what is what is it doing or what is install status, go to the user install status and device install status. Currently nothing. Let's get back here. Microsoft Intune, go to the device, Android, there you go. And then you just need to synchronize it manually. All right. Well, usually the synchronization cycle will obviously run, but just to make sure that things are going in a faster way, you can do that. Setting, let's see, what setting do we have? That's not required. Hmm, Let's see. Mm, Nothing yet. Yes, if the application is not getting installed, you just need to make sure that you have entered the link correctly, right? And I believe I have entered the link correctly, but who knows? Let's just see. All devices, then go to the managed app, cam scanner, waiting for install status. All right, it's created, app updated, device last check-in time checked. The next thing which will happen is the installation. So I have done a manual sync on the application as well. Okay, we'll check this section later. First, it's time to get back to our device here. Okay, no, nothing, nothing, and nothing so far. So let's wait for the app to get installed on the device. So that's almost everything about the app deployment and how does the enrollment on Android devices work. So there are other things which can be configured, like under apps you can select there are different applications, all right. So the first thing which you want to check is either the application is a store application or if it's an LOB application. LOB applications are like line of business application which are built in your environment for the production or for any other matters, all right, for the users in your organization. Once you have it, everything will be set up. Okay, so let's get back to the devices and check what is the application enrollment status. Before that, let's see. Okay, cam scanner, it is assigned. Device install status, not showing anything yet, not for the users either. Let's see, go to device, all devices, Intune. That's my Android device. It is compliant and everything is up to the mark. Waiting for installed status. Okay, let's see. Cam scanner is also, I mean, still not installed. Could be something wrong or not. What I'll do, currently, I think it will take some time for the application to get installed on the phone. But once it is there, I will let you know. And let's refresh the page. App installation failed. Hmm, that's interesting. So it may fail because this setting here, or it may show as failed with no error message because this managed app is in preview. That means the application installation status may or may not show you the exact thing. But as it's for testing, I'm still testing this on my environment. Let's wait for some time and I will let you know if it's installed or not. That may take some time also. Mm, Application attempted to install at 1:23, 3 minutes ago. I'm really sorry for the background noise, as I said earlier. Hmm, Okay, so let's wait for some time, or I'll finish the video here. And this app installation section, I think I will need to cover that in details. And once I will cover the app installation for Android and Android for Work and other platforms, I will discuss this issue if there is an issue. and I will share the details of what I found out. To be honest, yeah, right now I think it's taking time. So for now, thank you so much for your time, and in case you have any question or any query or any concern or any request for my next video, or any suggestion for that matter, I would really appreciate if you can share the same in the comment section. And please share, like, comment, and subscribe as much as you can, and spread the word. If you want any specific setting, or if you want to know any configuration or anything for that matter, you can definitely ask me in the comment section. I will be responding you as soon as, or as quick as I can, so that we can achieve the goal of making everyone aware about Intune. And yep, that would be all for now. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great day ahead. Cheers. Good day. Bye bye. Sayonara.